Hey everyone, it's Tulio Pena here in Colorado Springs, and today we're answering one big question. How much do you really need to earn to buy a home here in 2025? Whether you're a first-time home buyer, relocating military, or just trying to figure out if home ownership is even possible in today's market, this video is for you. I'm going to break it all down. Real numbers, real scenarios, no fluff. So you can get a crystal clear picture of what it takes to buy in Colorado Springs. Let's dive in. Let's start with the current reality. As of today, the median home price in Colorado Springs is sitting around $460,000 to $480,000, depending on the area. That includes a mix of new construction and resale homes. Interest rates? They're hovering between 6% and 6.5% for conventional loans, and a little lower for VA and FHA loans. So the big question becomes, what does that mean for monthly payments? And how much income do you need to support that? Let's take a typical home purchase of $475,000. Assuming you're putting down 5% on a conventional loan amount of $451,250 at 6.5% interest, that gives you a principal and interest payment of roughly $2,850 a month. Add in property taxes, about 0.55% annually here, and that's about $215 a month. Homeowners insurance, about $100 a month. Mortgage insurance, since you're under 20%, about $200 per month. HOA or homeowners association fees, if applicable, let's say about $50 average per month. The estimated total monthly payment would be $3,400 per month. Now, the rule of thumb is that your monthly mortgage shouldn't exceed 28 to 33% of your gross monthly income. So to comfortably afford a $3,400 per month payment, you need a monthly income of at least $10,300 to $12,100. That's a household income of about $125,000 to $145,000 per year. But stay with me. I'm going to show you some lower priced options and loan programs that require much less. Not everyone is shopping for a median priced home, and that's okay. Let's look at a few different price brackets. A $400,000 home, 5% down is $380,000 on a loan. Total payment, approximately $2,850 per month. The income needed, $105,000 to $120,000 per year. A $350,000 home, 5% down, $332,500 on the loan. Total payment would be approximately $2,450 per month. Income needed, $90,000 to about $105,000 per year. A $300,000 home. This would be more like for a condo or a townhome in Colorado Springs. 5% down, $285,000 on the loan. Total payment, approximately $2,000 per month. Income needed, $75,000 to approximately $90,000 per year. Now, if you're using a VA loan, things change significantly because you're not required to put money down and there's no mortgage insurance. So a VA buyer could afford a $400,000 home with a monthly income closer to $95,000 to $105,000, depending on debt and credit. Let's talk cash to close because monthly payment is just one side of the equation. A 5% down payment on a $400,000 home is $20,000. Closing costs usually add another 2 to 3%, which would be $8,000 to $12,000. So you need $28,000 to $32,000 in the bank. But here's the good news. VA, 0% down payment, plus lower closing costs. FHA or Federal Housing Authority loans, 3.5% down. And there's also some other grant type programs that can get that down to like 1% down or even just $1,000 down. Down payment assistance is available for first-time buyers and lower income households. And many sellers are helping with closing costs in today's market. That's real. In 2025, we are seeing with homes that have been sitting on the market for, say, greater than 3 weeks, sellers are a lot more open-minded as long as they have the equity to work with to help out buyers if they have to move. So don't get stuck thinking you need 20% down. You don't always. Let's talk about debt to income ratio, or DTI. This is what lenders are really looking at. They'll total up all of your monthly debts, car payments, credit cards, student loans, and your future mortgage payment. Ideally, they'll want your total DTI, or debt to income, under 43%, though VA and FHA can go higher in some cases. So someone making $100,000 per year with minimal debt can absolutely qualify for a $400,000 home, even if they don't have a huge down payment. This is why talking to a lender early is so important. They'll run the full picture and show you what you're approved for, not just based on income, but based on your debt, credit score, and your goals. Where you buy in Colorado Springs also affects how much you need to make. Northgate, Wolf Ranch, Cordera, those are higher priced areas with higher taxes, and the homes are newer in those areas. Fountain, Security, Widefield, there's more affordability there, and there really can be good for, say, VA families because of proximity to work. Also, the builders, if one went with, say, something new or new in that area, the builders are including more often fences, landscaping, things like that would have to come out of pocket if you weren't buying down on the south end of town closer to, say, Fort Carson. Townhomes near Academy Boulevard tend to be ideal or a little more handy financially for entry-level buyers who are looking, say, under the 325 mark. Resale homes in older neighborhoods, like around Austin Bluffs or Cimarron Hills or the older areas of Springs Ranch or Stetson Hills. Good value, lower taxes. And don't forget, some areas have no HOA fees and lower tax assessments, which can reduce your monthly cost and lower the income you need. The biggest misconception I see is people waiting until they think they can afford the perfect home. But here's the truth. If you can qualify for any home in a market like Colorado Springs, it's often smarter to get in, let appreciation and equity do their thing, and trade up later. You don't need your dream home as your first home. You need a launch pad, something that builds wealth, gets you out of renting, and sets you up for your next move. So how much do you need to make to buy a home in Colorado Springs? It depends, but for most buyers, it's probably less than you think, especially if you get creative with financing and talk to a good lender. If you want a personalized breakdown or just want to run your numbers, reach out to me. My team and I help buyers every day figure this out. And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, follow us, and stick around for more tips on navigating the Colorado Springs market. We'll see y'all on the next Colorado Springs on the Move.